So here we go, the NHL 25 Be a Pro Superb rosters. I decided to make this game mode as good as I could because EA Sports has kept it the same for the last 5 years. I have edited the rosters. Look at this. You guys want to see something? This took over like 15 hours. Oh my goodness. Look at all of these created players. Over 60 created players, and that is not even including, let me get rid of this so you guys can actually see what's on the screen. That is not even including the edited players that were already in the game. All right, so we got legends that aren't in the game, we got players that aren't retired. We're trying to make the absolute best roster that we can, and you guys can go ahead and download this roster and you can adjust it any way you want. So first off, I'd like to show you guys the YouTubers, the Twitch streamers, the other guys I got in there. I got 10 of them, all right? So you got the YouTuber Urinating Tree playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins. You got the YouTuber Toogie playing for the Boston Bruins. You got the YouTuber The Fin for the Win playing for the Philadelphia Flyers. You got the YouTuber Tactics HD for Detroit. You got the YouTuber Prez for Toronto. The YouTuber Pasta for Edmonton. YouTuber 1T Glory for the Edmonton Oilers. Oh man, we got two guys on Edmonton. Crap, that's gonna be a stacked team. You got the YouTuber Man of the Writ on the Washington Capitals. YouTuber Logan Onyx, who sent me a message on my Discord. He wanted to be a part of it. There you go, buddy. You're in there. And the Twitch streamer No Sleeves. So those are the guys I got in there. If I missed anyone, I do apologize. Oh, we also have, hang on a second. We also have, there was another one. Hang on. The man, the myth, the legend. Where is he? There he is. I skipped him. Rostislav Nasharov, 99 overall. This guy absolutely goated. So we have like 10 different influencers in here, and if you guys would like to download the rosters and either have them on another team, you can move them around. You can also unassign any player that you don't want, and they will not show up in your game. So you are good. So let's start this off by going to edit lines. Just take a look at some of the teams here, okay? Because I've not only added in all these players, we're not going to go through every single player individually, right? But here you go. So I've already edited the lines for you. You got Paul Correa, Trevor Zegras, Teemu Solani, Corey Perry, Ryan Getzlaf, and Troy Terry. So there's the Anaheim Ducks. The defensive side of things, we didn't add anything there. And goaltenders, they got JSG Gare at 90 overall. The Boston Bruins, my God. You want to see a blue line? You want to see a blue line? So you got Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron back in the game with Pasternak, the greatest line in the history of the NHL. And then, you know, you got Phil Esposito with Milan Lucic on the second line. Not too bad, right? Defensively, look at this nonsense. Ray Bourque, Bobby Orr, Charlie McAvoy, Zdeno Chara, Brad Park, and the YouTuber Toogie. And also, another thing about all the YouTubers, I didn't want to create any kind of drama, so they're all 6 foot, 200 pounds. I kind of randomized their X factors, but all their attributes are exactly the same, right? John Bergy is a lefty. Really? Wait a minute, really? Did I screw that one up? He has black stick tape? Don't you dare! Don't you dare. Yeah, see, I don't care about the helmet. I tried to find a face and a haircut. I got the number in there, but I'm not, don't even start with me with that nonsense. Black stick tape? You want me to go after that kind of detail? I'd have been here till fucking November creating this. No, we're not doing that. Next up, the Buffalo Sabres. Let's go. All right, so Buffalo, not a bad team. Tage Thompson, Pat LaFontaine, Alexander McGillney. How about that? So there's Alexander McGillney, absolute stud. Maxim Afinogenov with Michael Pekka, Alex Tuck. You got John Scott, bouncer, and I think you also have like Pominville, but this is the problem, like 83 overall. These lower overall players aren't going to crack the roster, and I did want to have a good combination of newer players with older players. Like, we know who Pomin P is. Defensively, Rasmus Dahlin, Phil Housley. All right, and in the net, you know who it is. Jesus, all their friggin' studs went to their goaltenders. It's either Ryan effin' Miller or the Dominator, Dominic Hasek, baby. Watch out for the Buffalo Sabres. All right, next up. Let's try to fly through this. The Calgary Flames, tough team. They had all those tough guys, remember? So Theo Fleury, Joe Nieuwendyk, Jerome Aginla, Lanny McDonald, Nazem Kadri, and Gary Roberts, former Leafs playing for Calgary. Oh my God. Jonathan Huberdeau gets pushed down to the third line. Defensively, Mark Giordano, Norris Giordano. Gio is back at it. Born leader, baby. Mackenzie Weed. Dion Fagoof! Take a look at this beauty, baby. Slapshot power, 95. Slapshot accuracy, 60. Get your heads down. He's shooting it from the point, baby. Freaking guy is an absolute stud. Fagoof. Rookie Fagoof. Look at that blue line, Calgary. And then, oh, the Flame fans. Flame fans, I did you guys proud. Mika Kiprasov, 88 overall. How about that, Flame fans? Carolina. All right, so Carolina, tough team to find some old players. So we got the first celebrity of them all, and I made sure to name the celebrities with their full name as the last name, just so you could find them a lot easier. And if you would like to unassign them so that they're not in your franchise mode or they're not in your Be a Pro, go ahead. You can easily unassign all these players. But when it came to Carolina players, it was hard to find some. All right, so Carolina's Ric Flair, bounce back. I mean, the guy wrestles 300 times a year, never gets injured. Ice pack, you know what I mean? Just goes out there and drinks. It's tricky. He's doing all the moves. Relentless. The Ric Flair flop. Shrug it off. All right, can't be injured and skilled up. 16-time. Number 16, the 16-time champion. Woo! Ric Flair, baby. All right, so General Zod. We'll have to get into a fight with Ric Flair. But you got Ron Francis in there, right? Sebastian Aho. Eric Stahl. Eric Stahl and Jordan Stahl. They got a pretty good center core over here in Carolina, though, huh? Francis, Eric Stahl, Rod Brendamore, the coach, and Jordan Stahl. Beautiful. Defensively, Slavin, Brent Burns. Okay, let's explain this to you guys. So, the obvious thing to do with a player like Brent Burns is to throw him back with San Jose. The obvious thing to do with a player like Claude Giroux is to throw him back with Philly. However, this is not NHL 27-28. When they retire, we can do this. The point is that Carolina is still depending on Brent Burns on their team, and that means that he's got to stay with them for NHL 25. There are Carolina Hurricane fans out there that want to use Brent Burns on their team, right? Vice versa for Giroux in Ottawa. So there are some players that I moved back to their former teams, but players that are big-time pieces of current teams, they stayed. All right, so that is the decision I made. If you guys don't like it, you can make the changes yourself. And in the net, we got Cam Ward. Now, David Ayers, the fucking Zamboni driver, the goaltender, whatever. I was thinking about putting him in the game, but we already have Anderson. We already have Cam Ward. Again, it just doesn't work. All right, so if you would like to create him, go ahead. But he just didn't work in this universe. Now, I gave you guys that premise with Brent Burns, but because the Detroit Red Wings are so stacked, and because Patrick Kane bled the red, black, and white, I put him back with Chicago, baby. It's prime Kane, Showtime Kane, 93 overall, alongside of Connor Bedard. They got Marian Hossa in there. They got Taser, Jonathan Taves. They got Patrick Sharp. Watch out for Chicago. Want to see their blue line? Here we go. Duncan Keith with Chris Chelios. Brian Campbell. There you go. You can put a skater alongside of Seth Jones. He needs it. And then Brent Seabrook down there as well. And then, you know, in the net, you could go Antiniemi. You could go Crawford. Nah, to hell with that. Let's go Glenn Hall. 90, what is he? 93 overall. So, Chicago is back, ladies and gentlemen. So this team, I did not create a single player for because they didn't need it. All right, but we added enough. Watch this. Filthy. It's going to be McKinnon handing the Stanley Cup off to Joe Sakic to repeat history. Peter Forsberg, Nathan McKinnon, and Mikko Rantanen. Peter Stastny, Joe Sakic, Nikuskin. Milan Hajduk, 50-goal scorer with Casey Middlestat and Michel Goulet. Gabriel Landeskog, Claude Lemieux, and Colton. Who else have we got? Alex Tonga, you know, so if you want to get Claude Lemieux out of there, you can put Alex Tonga in. I mean, my God almighty. Holy crap, man. Defensively, Devin Taves with Cale Makar, Adam Foote, Gerard. We could have gone Rob Blake, but we went Rob Blake on the LA Kings. And then... And out of all the teams that are going to sim well in the franchise mode, I think Colorado's going to be up there, man. Oh my God, Colorado. Effing unbelievable team, man. The Columbus Blue Jackets. All right, here we go. Rostislav Nasharov, 99 overall, 99 in every single category, all right? This guy, I gave him all of the greatest shooting attributes. I went back and I listened to some of his Be a Pro episode number 1. He said multiple times he wanted to be the left-handed Alexander Ovechkin, so that's exactly what I gave him, all right? Gold 1T, beauty backhand, close quarters, make it snappy, shock and awe, and skilled up. This guy's going to be getting like 75 goals a freaking season, all right? And the Columbus Blue Jackets, they need it because other than Rick Nash, man, it is pretty weak. So I gave Rick Nash a little bit of an upgrade, 91 overall. There it is. Nash to Nasheroff, yep. And defensively, what do they got here? Nothing, man. The Dallas Stars. All right, so the Dallas Stars. Jason Robertson, Mike Modano, oh yeah, and YouTuber Logan Onyx. This guy sent me a message on the Discord. I was like, oh man, should I even put him in there? But you know what? He was the one guy who went out of his way to actually ask to be in the roster. So I put him in the roster. There he is. 6'9", 275, baby. Rupe Hintz, Pierre Turgeon, and Matt Duchene, Jamie Benn, Wyatt Johnston, and Yari Lettinen. Look at Yari Lettinen there. And then, of course, Evgeny Dadonov. You guys wanted him on Florida, but he's still in the effing game. So Dadonov is there, man. Defensively, Heiskanen, Sergei Zubov, Harley, Dumba, Lindell, and Labushkin. Flair casually locking in the figure four mid-fight. Ric Flair. Woo! And then goaltenders, the Eagle, baby, Ed Belfour. Sorry, Ottinger, take a deep seat. You're on the freaking pine. Brendan Shanahan, Sergei Fedorov. There it is. And Gordie Howe. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, yeah, Steve Yzerman, second line center. Oh, Pavel Datsyuk, third line center. Not bad. Oh, Henrik Zetterberg, fourth line center. It's not fair. It's not fair, Detroit. It's not effing fair. So I had to leave some of the new players in there. If you guys want to edit the lines yourself, go and look at that Detroit team. Now, I know people are going to say, Johnny, the Datsyuk at 92 is not enough. I get it. You could make him 94, 95. I wasn't rating the players based on what EA Sports' rosters were. I was rating the players based on my own. So 92 on my created is pretty effing high. I think the highest I created legit was like 93, 94. So 92 is like, it's there. You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. Defensively, you got 94 Nick Lidstrom. There he is. YouTuber Tactics HD. Check him out on YouTube. Making franchise modes. Jeff Petrie, Meta, and Gustafson. So they got a good blue line right there. Chris Osgood with no X factors, you know, the typical backup that was good enough to be a starter and win a Stanley Cup under an established Detroit team. I mean, it's perfect, right? So Chris Oz, this is elite. Be a pro, going to be so dead this year, but this is such a good idea. Yeah, the game drives me so crazy, Nasher. I have to start doing. Dude, I spent, I think, over 16 hours over the last 2 days. That's why I didn't stream. Just drinking my Molson Canadian and going through player after player, editing them all. I made you 99 overall, bud. But holy crap, man. It took forever. All right, so next up, we got the... Oh, shit. Are you guys ready for it? Quite possibly the greatest top six in the history of the NHL. This is not even fair. Zach Hyman, McDavid, and Draisaitl. 1T Glory, Wayne Gretzky, Yari Curry, Glenn Anderson, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Jeff Skinner. So, yeah, we could do something like this. How about Hyman? You know, you could take a seat for Wayne. Wayne Gretzky, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. Woo-wee! Let's continue on. Defensively, they got Paul Coffey. They got the YouTuber Pasta. Oh my God. They got two YouTubers on this team. Evan Bouchard, Ekholm, Marty McSorley back there to protect Wayne Gretzky and Connor McDavid now. And goaltenders, you got Grant Fuhr in the net. So, pretty good, man. Pretty good. You didn't create Nail, Johnny? I thought I did create Nail. All right, so if I take Esa Tikkanen... Yeah, see, they got a Lesh Hemsky. There he is. There he is. All right. They got a Lesh Hemsky. If I take him out of there, is Ryan Smith in here as well? I think Ryan Smith is in here. Ryan Smith is in here as well. There you go. I'm sorry. I didn't edit these right. There's Ryan Smith. Nail Yakupov. Prime Nail Yakupov. 84 overall. Yeah, put some respect. His rookie season, it was decent. It's just his sophomore and his third, his fourth, and his fifth, and it fell off after that, man. Florida! All right, so Florida, kind of a boring team because all their success has been right now. Like, who's in the past? But we decided to take Pavel Bure from Vancouver and slap him on the Florida Panthers. So how about them apples now? The defending Stanley Cup champions with Pavel Bure in his prime? A team that oh my God, that speed. Defensively, you got Jay Bomeister alongside of Aaron Ekblad, Gustav Forsling, and then in the net, now, Florida Panther fans, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this, because Sergei Bobrovsky has been dethroned by Roberto Luongo, 91 overall. I gave it to him. Nucks fans lost it with that vote. I don't care. All right, so here we go. What? No David Booth? Get out of here, Vic Vega. Get out of here. Vic Vega. Is that's Pulp Fiction, is it? Oh my God. All right, so the LA Kings. Now, we were really thinking about putting Wayne Gretzky on the LA Kings because that sweet-ass LA King logo, but he had to go back to Edmonton. So we got Luc Robitaille, Marcel Dion, and Adrian Kempe. Jeff Carter, that's right. It's the 2010 LA Kings. Anze Kopitar, got an increase, baby. Kevin Fiala. Mike Richards, remember him? Philippe Danault and Dustin Brown, former captain Dustin Brown. Snoop, LA Snoop Dogg, baby. I forgot I created him. Quentin Byfield and Trevor Moore. There it is. Snoop Dogg is in there. They got Rob Blake. They got Drew Doughty back in his prime. Okay, so this one was an interesting one. You guys all right with Alec Martinez going from Chicago back to LA? The big time 2014 game-winning goal. I mean, he's a big part of that LA squad. I had to put him back in there. Jonathan Quick. So just like the 2010 Chicago Blackhawks, you have the 2010 LA Kings, all right? All right, so the Minnesota Wild, tough team again to find some players, but we got some to help out Kaprizov. First up, Marian Gaborik, back in his prime. Oh, I gave him speed as well, just like Pavel Bure. Marian Gaborik right there, all right? So he can play the right wing, the speed with Kaprizov, and down the middle, the head coach for D1, D2, not so much D3. He became a lawyer by then. The Minnesota Miracle Man, Gordon Bombay. Before he became a head coach for Pee Wee hockey, he was a draft pick by the Minnesota North Stars. So I'm putting him here, baby. Gordon Bombay. 5'6", 159. Let's go, man. Pull it all together and get some freaking points for Kaprizov and Gaborik. Zuccarello, Boldy, Erickson. Oh, I also got Miku Koivu back in there. Faber, unfortunately, no defensemen and goaltenders, and Nicholas Backstrom. Yeah, I admit it, Minnesota. If I did you rough, I'm sorry, but there's just no one to go back in time and pull from history, right? I'm sorry, Minnesota. I'm sorry. Les Montreal Canadiens. Oh, oui. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Cole Caulfield, Jean Beliveau, Maurice Richard, and Henry Richard. Yeah, brothers. You can put them on the same line together. Here you go. The Richard brothers. Boliveau can play second. Oh, my God. You got Patrick Laine in there. You got Bob Gainey in there. You got Nick Suzuki in there. You got Saku Koivu in there. You got Yaroslav Slavkovsky in there. Who else do they got? They got Kirby Dack. Newhook is on the bench. Evans, Dvorak, left wings. Harvey Pinard, right wings. Anderson, Gallagher. Nealon. Friggin' tough guy on the bench as well. Whoa. Did I say Yaroslav Slavkovsky? I meant Yuri. Jeez, I got that one wrong completely. Yuri Slavkovsky. I'm sorry. Defensively, Serge Savard. PK Subban with his thunderclap and his 1T and his back at you and his truculence. There it is, Montreal. PK Subban, man, playing alongside of Serge Savard. Oh, my God. There you go. Montreal fans, I did you good. PK Subban and Carey Price right back together. Le prix est bon. Oui. Next up, all right, the Islanders. Islander fans, you might have thought at first your team didn't have anyone. Well, I went out and I created someone, and I did you due diligence. Mike effing Bossy, 95 overall. Now, that's a legitimate 95. I took a look at those numbers. Those numbers were absolutely ridiculous, all right? The amount of points this guy put up, goals and assists in only like 700 games played or 900 games played. I forget what it was. I made Mike Bossy a freaking 95 overall, all right? I don't care if you guys don't agree with it. That's it. Trottier, he's at 91. Gillis, all right. Duclair, Barzell, and Horvat. Ray Ferraro. Pizarro, Brock Nelson, Palmieri. It gets a little bit rough here, Islanders, but at least you got Mike Bossy up there. Bossy is mid. Oh, yeah, leave it up to the Ranger fan to say he's mid. Dennis Potvin and Noah Dobson, Adam Pelech and Ryan Pulak, Darius Kasparaitis, there it is. And in the net, you got Billy Smith and Sorokin, all right? So the Islanders, they got themselves enough. They do. The New York Rangers. All right, here we go. Ranger fans, you're going to like this, all right? Finally, that's what the Ranger fans have been waiting for. A stud down the middle. A legit freaking generational talent. The leader, Mark Messier, 1994. There it is, all right? Beautiful. Mika Zibanejad with Artemi Panarin. Alexei Lafreniere with Rattel and Kreider. Trocheck with Riley Smith. And there's Nick Kiprios. Let's go, Kipper. With Matt Rempe. What a tough line. Who else they got on this team? Capo Caco. I thought they would have more, to be honest. Carrick and VC. Oh, there he is. Yeah, right. Sean Avery. Oh, my God. I'll throw Sean Avery in there. And look what I gave Sean Avery. Total Eclipse. The man talking mad shit on front of the net actually forced the NHL to implement new rules. No one screened the goalie better than Sean Avery, baby. None whatsoever. Defensively, oh my God, talk about an offensive blue line, man. Brian Leach and Adam I'm done. I throw in the towel right now. Forget it. That power play with Mark Messier in there is, oh my God, the passes. The passes are going to be unreal, man. And goaltenders, okay. So we had an argument about who should be the starting goaltender. Is it Shesterkin? Is it Lundqvist? Is Shesterkin the future Lundqvist? What I did was I made Lundqvist 92 and Shesterkin in 92. So they'll both play an even amount of games throughout the regular season. All right? Deal? And I see those comment sections. I see it. I'm reading it right now. All right? Don't think I forgot. You're damn right I went ahead and did this. He just wasn't in there for some reason. All right, Sorokin, you're taking a seat, and we are putting in the man, the myth, the legend, Rick DiPietro. Still probably getting paid from the New York Islanders. Drafted first overall, baby. He is loading up as the backup. You damn right I got him in there. Mainstream fans, you may not like this. If you're not a fan of my GM mode commentaries, it might not make sense. But for me, this team looks amazing. The return of Joel Lavallee and Maxim Anisimov. Ukraine Wayne driving the Nashville Predators. Zod, we have a tough matchup when we have to go into Nashville, baby. Philip Forsberg, Joel Lavallee, and Maxim Anisimov. Gustav Nyquist, Steven Stamkos, and Jonathan Marchessault. The depth. Morgan Fotinos? No, we did not get Morgan Fotinos in there. Just those two, all right? Bang. Bang, Nashville. Bang, Nashville. Weber Bomb is back. Captain Shea Weber is home in Nashville. Finland's own Pekka Rinne. Made him 91 overall. Get out of the way. You see Saros? Saros is back to being a backup for Pekka Rinne. Poor Saros. He can't escape him. No one's thinking of this team, but I'm telling you, the domination that they had in the 2000s, they have a team. The New Jersey effing Devils. You ready for this one? They have a team. Ilya Kovalchuk, Jack Hughes, and Jesper Bratt. Patrick Elias, Nico Hischier, Timo Meyer. Zach Parise, Scott Gomez, Brian Giunta. Jason Arnott, Bobby Holik, and Stefan Noes. Yeah, that is a blue chip squad, man. I'm telling you, they can play. They can simulate. There it is. So I know what you guys are saying. Zach Parise on Minnesota. I disagree. Zach Parise had to go back to the New Jersey Devils. Defensively, here's where they flex, all right? Scott Niedermayer alongside of Larry Robinson. Eric Lindros, hide, buddy! It's Scott Stevens with gold truculence alongside of Brett Pesce, Dougie Hamilton, and Luke Hughes. Look at that blue line. And when you have a blue line like that, when you have a center core like that, is he going to have to do much? Or is this game just going to trap it down and allow Martin de Brodeur to just get shutout after shutout after shutout? Just like they did in the 2000s. The Ottawa, it's a fun team. I think Ottawa Senator fans are going to like this. There he is, 07. 50-07. Man, I got to add some X factors to Danny Heatley. We can do that at the end. At 50-07, Danny Heatley, the All-Star, Jason Spezza, and Daniel Alfredson. How is it to see that line back together, Ottawa? How is it? That is a beautiful. Back in 07, that line was fucking incredible, man. Right? And then you got Alexei Yashin, who came before it all. Paired together with the modern guys, Brady Tkachuk and Tim Stützle. That's filth. Oh, Giroux is still there. Right. I didn't get rid of Giroux. What am I talking about? Claude Giroux is still there. Chris Neal down there. Where's Fragapan? No, I didn't create Jesus Fragapan. Stop that. Defensively, you got yourself Wade Redden and you got yourself Chris Phillips. But it's about that first line. Alfie, Heatley, and Spezza. They're all back together. And in the net, you can go Craig Anderson as your backup. Linus Ullmark, 89. Like I said, I wanted a good combination of older players, but modern players as well, especially modern players that have just been traded. That's why Stammer's still going to stay in Nashville. That's why, Ullmark is going to stay here in Ottawa, all right? All right, so the Philadelphia Flyers, you got Simone Gagne, the Big E, Eric Lindros, and Mark Recchi. You know, I might need to move John LeClaire up here alongside of Eric. There you go. We need Renberg in there as well now. Bobby Clark, oh my God. Bobby Clark and Jeremy Roenick on the same line. Chirping, being aggressive, being gritty, starting fights. Watch out, the Broad Street Bullies are back. With Lindros on the first, Keith Primeau, who's no small guy himself, 6'5", 220. Oh my, and then Scott Hartnell on the The Broad Street Bullies are back. No Danny Briere. There he is. No Sean Couturier. No Briere. Briere's there. Briere is there. All right, there's always going to be a few ones that are just left out, guys. Farabee's not even playing as well, right? It is what it is. Defensively, all right, so you wanted Gordy's son, Mark Howe, a stud defenseman for the Philadelphia Flyers, one of the all-time leaders on the blue line. I actually had to go back and find some defensemen for Philadelphia just because I know you got Kimmo Timonen in there, but when it came to games played and points, it was these guys, man. Eric Desjardins, remember him? Holy shit. And Mark Howe, there it is. Then we still got Sanheim, Drysdale, Johnson, and York. And in the net, we got the YouTuber, the Finn for the win. You got Ron Hextall in there as well. And I forgot about him. Prime Phil Kessel, baby. Let's take a look at some of these numbers. All right, defense not really there. Body checking not really there. Passing is pretty good. Skating, look at that wrist shot accuracy, wrist shot power, baby. No slap shot, no backhand. All right, and then make it snappy, bounce back, heat seeker, magnetic, third eye, and wheels. Let's go, Phil. Let's go, Phil. So Phil's playing alongside of Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr. Not too effing bad, baby. Geno Malkin alongside of Crosby and Brian Rust. Defensively, you got YouTuber urinating tree. This guy adds in the Dadanoff sound effect every time he talks about Dadanoff. So I got the tree in there, baby. Playing the blue line for the Pittsburgh Penguins alongside Larry Murphy, Eric Carlson. So you see what I mean about Carlson? He's got to be on this team. Sergei Gonchar, Chris Letang, and Oh my God. Oh my God, that blue line. And then I did it. Marc-Andre Fleury. The Flower is back in Pittsburgh. So the Pens, fun team, man, Pens. The late 2010s, right? San Jose Sharks. Here we go. Logan Onyx, appreciate it. Thanks for joining, buddy. All right, so the San Jose Sharks, the team that couldn't get the Stanley Cup. You got Patrick Marleau. Man, I didn't give Joe Thornton an X Factor. Whoops. Joe Thornton, 92. Jonathan Cheechoo. There it is. Cheechoo back ready to score 50 goals alongside of prime jumbo Joe Thornton. Come on now. Tyler Toffoli, Joe Pavelski, and Joe Pavelski and Owen Nolan. There's a freaking blast from that. Vincent Domfus, no sleeves. The Twitch streamer, no sleeves. You can follow this guy on Twitch, all right? He's going live all the time. Alongside of Macklin Celebrini. Let's go. And then Costin, Logan Couture, and Eklund, all right? So no sleeves can help Celebrini develop a little bit. Defensively, I made Mark-Edouard Vlasic a little bit better. He's been there. Dan Boyle back over here. It's a little bit weak, but then goaltenders, I did you guys good. Just like Mika Kiprasov over there in Calgary, it's Evgeny Nabokov, baby. Evgeny Nabokov, goaltender for the San Jose Sharks. All right, so first up, the Seattle Kraken. All right, the players that we added. First up, It's Seattle's Ken Griffey Jr. He's a playmaker ready to go to create all sorts of offense down the middle. Not center field, but he's center, baby. Relentless ankle breaker, elite edges, magnetic puck on a string, and send it. All right, so the Seattle Mariner great Ken Griffey Jr. coming to play for the Seattle Kraken. All right, and next up, Oakland's Marshawn Lynch, baby. Power forward with back at ya. This guy's all about driving the net to get those points, all right? Just driving to get through. So you got Oakland's Marshawn Lynch. You got Seattle's Ken Griffey Jr. You got the rest of the team in there, right? Chandler Stevenson, McCann, Beniers, Eberle, Gord. And this one's goofy. And if you guys don't want this, fine. Defensively, it's Captain Davy Jones from the locker where the Kraken exists. It's Captain Davy Jones, baby. 6'9", 290 pounds. His X factor is Octopussy. He works with the Kraken after all. There it is. Born leader, bouncer, ice pack, thunderclap, and truculence, all right? There is a rival for Johnny General Zod. He's 6'9", 290. Zod versus Davy Jones? Oh my God. All right, so it's goofy. If you guys don't like that, all you got to do is find Captain Davy Jones in the created players and unassign him. He will not be in there. All right, but that is the Seattle Kraken. And they have no goalies. There's whatever goalie. I didn't add a goalie on there. All right, now next up. Now, this team is a funny fucking team. Watch this. You know how they made the skill-based one-timers in this game a lot better? Dude, if Zod goes to St. Louis, becomes a playmaker, I got skill-based one-timers up the ass, all right? First off, you got Brett Hull. Yeah, not bad. Let's see this shot. Oh, 98, 98, 97, 97. Yeah, Brett Hull. I'll just send one-time freaking sauces over to him over and over again. And bang, 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 bang. Apple, apple, goal, goal. All right, you got Keith Tkachuk in there. You got Fedorko. You got Buchnevich. Great. And then how about the blue line? Oh, yeah, Al McInnes. Every time I get into the offensive zone, I'll just either pass it to Brett Hull or Al McInnes. Bang, bang, bang. Apple, apple. And what's about Chris Pronger? Slap shot power, 93. Yeah, he could take him as well. Oh, my God, man. No Tarasenko or Oshie. No, you know what? I could do Tarasenko, but no Oshie. Oshie I left on the Washington Capitals. He won a Stanley Cup there, right? But they got themselves Brett Hull. They got themselves Fedorko. And in the net, who do they got? Jacques Plante. Oh, 95 years of age. Jacques Plante. What a beauty, baby. He's got that World War II haircut. Unbelievable. The Tampa Bay Lightning. Interesting team. Interesting team. So, they got what they have now in Jake Gensel, Braden Point, and Nikita Kucherov, right? Martin St. Louis back with Tampa Bay. Brad Richards, Mr. Conn Smythe back with it. Dave Anderchuk, look at that, Tampa Bay, right? Then you got down them Vinny LeCavalier. Vinny LeCavalier. So there's your 4 additions to the forward core, Tampa Bay Lightning fans. Defensively, I gave you, McDonough is already back there. I think, yeah, defensively you were already good. Yeah, I didn't give you any defensemen. Dan Boyle, that was the one. But when I asked you guys where Dan Boyle should go, the vote went towards the San Jose Sharks. So that's just the way it is. No Ben Bishop. No, there's no need for a backup goaltender. I got Andrei Vasilevsky, all right? All right. The Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, first line, Dougie Gilmour, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, not bad. Wendell Clark, Matt Sundin, William Nylander, not bad. Frank Mihaljevic, Daryl Sittler, and Dave Keon, yeah, not bad. Max Domi, John Tavares, and Ty Domi, not bad, not bad. Who do we got on the bench? How do we got on the bench? Darcy Tucker, Ryan Reeves, yeah. Who do we got here? Robertson, no, you got to stay off the ice. Matt Nye's not even playing. Holy shit, Toronto is stacked, baby. Defensively, Morgan Riley with Tim Horton. YouTuber Prez, baby. 90. Oh, man, that Leaf Blue Line didn't need a YouTuber on it, but bang, baby. Borja Salming. Oh, man, I'm playing with Lawsome Tossum. There he is. There he is, Johnny Superb, man, offensive defenseman. I couldn't make myself 90 overall because we lost in the Stanley Cup Finals when I was the French Fry Master. Damn it, man. Damn it. There it is. So I had to be humble. I had to be humble. And in the net, we got Curtis Joseph and Felix Potvin. Next up, the Utah Yeti, baby. Yeah. Now, maybe General Zod should go to Utah. To keep the good times a-rolling? Because you guys know what the lineup looks like. Raimo Curry, Logan Cooley, and Jared Vesey. 95 overall. There's his stats. You guys know about Jared Vesey. Let's go, baby. So I just created those guys. You got Josh Doan with Shane Doan. Bissonnette. Paul Biz Nasty is in there. So another guy that General Zod can go and body check and fight. Beautiful. Blue line, get on your feet for the German general. Andreas effing Kurtz, 93 overall. So I made Kurtz, I made Vesey, and I made Raimo Curry, all right? Goaltenders, I did not make the Tower of Tamblin or Donnie. The three players, that's all they need. They don't need to be a stack team. The three players, Vesey, Kurtz, and Curry, because Cooley's still on the team, right? Cooley is actually there. All right. Oh, here we go. How about Zod going to Vancouver? In case we don't win the Stanley Cup, Zod can make sure no riots break out. I'll take my soldiers out to the street, and I'll make sure that those goofball Zoomers stay indoors and they'll throw shit at windows. Yeah. All right, Vancouver Canucks. Here we effing go, baby. Let's go. You got, oh my God. Look at this Swedish first line, baby. Daniel Sedin, Henrik Sedin, and Elias Pettersson. Woo, the Vancouver Canuck fans are gonna love that one. JT Miller, Trevor Linden, and Brock Besser. Linden is Canadian, right? Yeah, so there you go. Your two-way... Brett Besser's a sniper. I don't even know. You're Americans and you're Canadians on your second line. Then you go back to the 2000 line, early 2000. Marcus Naslund, Brendan Morrison, and Tyler Bertuzzi. How about that top nine, Vancouver? How about that? Then you got DeBrusk and Sutter and Garland. Nice, man. Nice. Defensively. Did I say Tyler Bertuzzi? That's hilarious. I'm sure there was a time where I was calling Tyler Bertuzzi Todd Bertuzzi, and now, with enough time with Tyler Bertuzzi, I'm calling Todd Bertuzzi Tyler. It's a vicious circle, man, I can't get out of. Todd Bertuzzi. Todd. So there's your blue line. Quinn Hughes, Roenick, Ed Jovanovski, and Sammy Salo. Yuri Edler would have been a good one to put in there, but whatever, man. I didn't get to it. And goaltenders, Luongo is with Florida. Thatcher Demko's your guy right now, but you got Kurt McLean. The Vegas Golden Knights. So same thing with the Seattle Kraken, all right? I had to create just random players here for Vegas. First up, you got the UFC president, Dana White, all right? Grinder, born leader, bouncer, unstoppable force. This guy is just out there working it, blue-collar style, grinding every single day for Vegas, all right? Oh, my God. You have Casinos Joe Pesci, 5'5" enforcer, but doesn't take no shit from nobody, all right? General Zod, here is another rival that we have to go up against. 99 balance at 5'5", strength 99, discipline 36. Who the hell knows what Joe Pesci's going to do out there on the ice, man? I have no fucking clue. All right, so Joe Pesci and Dana White. Defensively, what do I got here? No defense. What did I give? Oh. The King, Elvis Presley in the net, baby. Yeah. He's got pretzel. You got extra padding in there. You should have had an x-ray because you would have found that fucking football in your colon. Oh my God. The King Elvis Presley, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. 88 overall goaltender. 236 pounds. Let's go. Viva Las Vegas. Washington. Here we go. The Washington Capitals. Now, I did not make Ovi prime Ovi. I left guys like Malkin and Crosby the exact same because they're there still. And so it's important to have them reflect their age, right? So Ovi is there, but he's got Adam Oates and Gartner alongside of him. They got Nicholas Backstrom back in there. They got Peter Bondra. They got Evgeny Kuznetsov, baby. Where is, hang on a second. I thought I got somebody else in there. And not Pierre-Luc Dubois. Oh, that was it. Never mind. Semin. Oh, man, I didn't create Semin. We already got 1, 2, Backstrom, 4, 5, and Oshie. Right, yeah, they got 6. They got 6 forwards. Where is Semin? I don't want to have to create Semin. Oh, no. Moving forward. Carlson, Mike Green is in there as well, and Al Iafredi. All right, there you go. And goaltenders, they got YouTuber Man of the Rit. But if you don't want to use the YouTuber Man of the Rit, you can use Braden Holtby. Did I that how you spell Braden? Is Braden Brayden? Uh-oh, I might have misspelled Braden. And last but not least, the Winnipeg Jets. Here we effing go. All right, so oh, there he is. Bear Ernie. 94 overall, the rival of Jared Vesey. The rivalry that really went nowhere because Bear Ernie couldn't get a single dub against Vesey. But with Howard Chuck and Kyle Connor, that's going to be rough. Nikolai Ehlers with Mark Scheifele and Blake Wheeler. There's Blake Wheeler back at it. 87 overall. You got Brian Mullen in there as well defensively. Got Big Buff Dustin Byfuglien back in there alongside of Teppo Numminen and Randy Carlyle and Jeff Bukaboom. There you go. So the blue line got a lot better for the Winnipeg Jets, and of course in the net they have Connor Hellebuyck. What do you guys think? I will accept your compliments right now. While I go for a drink of water.